My name's Elaine,
I'm Jim,
my husband.
my wife.
We had friends in Ohio that asked us to come down and visit. We did, and Jim fell in love with the Keys, and we bought a place across the canal from them. They promptly sold their house and moved, and we've been here on and off ever since. For how many years?
20-some years. So one of the excitement things that we found here was a jumping bridge that we learned from, well, a crazy neighbor that we've been here a long time, never knew, and that was just past summer. So we've been here 20-some years and just learned about this local jumping bridge. So we had my nephew and his family came down. They have basically teenage boys, and they recommended us to go see the jumping bridge, which is a secret spot. Now, if you've been here a while, then you can have it. Got to be here for 20 years like us, I guess. Except for my crazy neighbor, he
Yeah.
found out right away. He's only been here 3 years. Yeah, I packed up the car that day and headed down to the jumping bridge.
You have to walk quite a way from where you need to park. And as you're walking down the road, there are all these other people and their dogs, and they're pulling their coolers and stuff with them in their lawn chairs. And it's a whole day event, I think, once people get down there.
Yeah, well, the secret bridge is on a road that's been closed because it's not safe anymore. And so everything is kind of secretly done. There was a lot of people there, which really surprised me. Because you have to park quite a ways before you can, and then walk up the road to get to the road that's closed, because obviously all the neighbors have complained and the sheriffs won't let nobody park there, so we got to park farther away. But when we get down there, we're heading down towards it, and obviously everybody's taking coolers, and we're not the only ones walking. There was probably 6 people walking down there with us, which I felt a little better. Now I can't get lost. I'll at least find it, although it's not that hard to find. And but when we got there, I bet you there was 30 people there easily.
Oh, yeah. And they were parents with their children, or just couples, or I think there were just some straggly teenagers that had come in from the neighborhood somewhere.
And several dogs,
Lots
obviously.
of dogs. Lots of dogs, yeah.
Sniffers.
Yeah, thank you.
So, but yeah, they got, the way that it's kind of is down there, there's this flat coral rocks on each side. And, basically people just go down there and picnic and watch the kids jump off the bridge, or they jump off the bridge and go down. And there's no swimming involved because the current's racing through there. So then they just crawl up on the side and either go sit down and have another drink, or head up to back and do it again.
It's fun though. The kids, everybody was a little leery about if they were going to jump or not until they saw all these younger kids they go up the side of the hill, get on the bridge, get on the top of the bridge, and jump right off into the water. And there was such a current, it would just bring them on back down where they needed to get out of the water and go back up the hill, on the bridge, and off again.
Yeah, there's no swimming involved. You jump off of the bridge, which is probably, I'm guessing, maybe a 16, 18-foot drop. And naturally, we had the teenage boys trying to show off to all the girls, which made it even that much more fun. So they wouldn't just jump, they flipped. And flipped and flipped and flipped.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
everybody was in awe, and it was quite exciting. They did it many times, and
All the kids or adults or whoever was up on it would all look on the far side and watch for boats or jet skis or whatever that were coming. And if they saw something, then everybody would just halt, and they would all just wait until it went under the boat and off onto the canal. It was pretty organized.
I was
Chaos.
very surprised at how much boat traffic was going through there. It was constant.
Yeah, it was.
And yeah, so they would hang off on the side of the bridge, and then they'd look down at all of us watching them to see if it was safe. And somebody would motion them one way or the other.
Yeah, it was fun.
So we were there obviously for quite some time, and
I had to pee, like usual.
yeah. So Elaine's got to pee, and so naturally there's no bathrooms there because it's in a secret spot. And so we walk down the paths through the mangroves and try to get into a hiding spot. And when we get back there into the area that she thinks she's good, you know, she naturally squats down and scared she's gonna fall over, so I had to hold her hand. And so she's naturally peeing, and I see this dog that we were watching earlier in the day come running up, and he swam across the canal, come up, and jumped up onto the shore and came running back here to us. And I just told Elaine, I says, well, you're gonna get a visitor. And she goes, well, you know, they're just gonna have to put up with it. Next thing I know, this dog shoving his nose right up her butt. And it was the funniest thing. And Elaine, she goes, hello. So anyway, we thought it was over with then, but the owner of the dog now starts coming across. He had swam across because the dog came earlier, and he comes up, and I said, Elaine, you might want to hustle it up here. And she said, well, I'm off it. She no more than stood up, and here the guy is. I didn't see anything. But the dog never kissed and tell. He never said nothing.
No, I was afraid I was gonna pee on his head.
But, so anyway, that's our great story of the jumping bridge, but once you've been here a long time, you get to go. You gotta go.
We definitely are planning on going back again. We have talked to our other grandchildren, and they're all in, but their mom is kind of like, I don't know about this. But I think once she sees it, she'll be happy to do it with them, because our kids are kind of athletic and our grandkids are kind of athletic, so I think they'll have a really good time. I personally, no way am I jumping off a bridge.
Oh,
He
I
says he's
definitely
going
am. The
to.
next time we go, I'm in. May only jump once, but I gotta do it once.
Gotta prove Grandpa's not the oldest man.
Well, even if I am, I'm still gonna do it once. But yeah, but definitely we'll definitely go back. Hopefully many times.
Oh, and also down by the jumping bridge, it might be on a different road, but same area, you can go down to the end of the road, and it's the end of the runway for the naval base. And all their fighter jets come flying over your head, because that's where they take
That's
off.
a secret. Don't give
Oh.
away where it's at. Jeez, we gotta be here for a long time for that.
Sorry about that.